What an example. 2015, 15 registration, Range Rover Sport, Autobiography Dynamic. It's finished in Aruba, which is actually one of my favorite, this generation, favorite Land Rover colors. And I think Aruba is sort of a love it or hate it color, but when it is finished with the black pack, which this car has got, it makes all the difference. And I think it actually looks stunning. As again, why it's one of my favorites. You don't see that many. It's quite an unusual color scheme, but really, really elegant, beautiful color scheme, and really made all that much better by the full black pack, which we will show you when we go round. Now, I started the video by saying a unique example, an incredible example, and I'll tell you for why. One owner from new, 27,500 miles, and a full Land Rover main dealer service history, serviced every single year with the exact same Land Rover dealer. It doesn't get more simple, and it doesn't get any better than that for a 2015 Range Rover Sport. That's why we bought it. What an example. Now, it's in amazing condition, exactly as you would imagine, and it's got a host of extras, but obviously being an autobiography, they do come with a load of specification to start anyway. So we'll start at the front end, we'll take you around the car, we'll cover it in as much detail as possible. So that beautiful Aruba metallic paintwork you can see on the bonnet, you can see across the rest of the car. The full black pack, that includes the front grille, the bonnet louvers, the mirror caps, the A-pillars, the contrast black roof, so on and so forth. The side grills as well, they're all finished in black, and these lower sort of fog light surrounds also finished in black, breaking up that lovely Aruba, which is sort of a, you know, sort of a goldy, bronzy silver. It's basically a silver with a nice touch of yellow in it, and it looks stunning. Hopefully the camera picks up the color and does it the justice that it deserves. Now, being a 2015, these cars still run xenon lights, but they are an amazing headlamp. They're a really lovely headlamp here. The xenon projector lights, and obviously it's got those iconic daytime running lights, those Land Rover LED daytime running lights, which everybody has come to know as being a Range Rover light. You know, whether it's the Sport or the bigger one, the bigger Range Rover, they both had the same and still do share the same day running lights. Now we'll come around the passenger side. We'll show you around this front corner here. Again, as I said earlier, these lovely black packs come round to the side grills as well. You've got these massive optional 22-inch metallic silver alloy wheels, and then being the 4.4 V8 diesel, which is what this car is, so the bigger, you know, V8 engined car, you get the big red calipers, big Brembo red calipers there behind the wheels as well. So massive stopping power for this big heavy machine. Now, it's a Range Rover. We cover this quite a lot. You know, these are the pinnacle of luxury SUVs. And if you come and have a look inside, you're going to see what we mean. There's an amazing optional extra, electric deployable side steps. And then if you look inside, it has a two-tone leather interior. And hopefully the camera can pick this up. So the top dash is black. The outsides of the leather seats are black. And then it has a charcoal grey leather finish through the center. And then again on that center roll of the dashboard, where the sat-nav screen is, that all is in charcoal grey as well. It just breaks up the color. It makes it a really special place inside this car. And we'll touch more on all of those interior features when we get round there. And again, you'll see, I'll open the back as well. And we know it's a Sport, we know it's a Range Rover Sport, but it's still a very big car. You've still got a huge amount of space. You know, 5 adults very comfortably will be driven around in pure luxury in one of these. And the camera has just panned past it. And again, I'll show you again in a minute, but the car has got 4-zone climate control. So 2 extra zones in the rear, in the center there. That's a lovely cost option, and rear heated seats. So some really nice options there. Just adding to that classic Land Rover luxury feel. Privacy glass for the rear windows, the rear quarter light, and obviously the rear glass window here at the back. And again, that black pack theme carrying on across the tops of the headlights and around this rear sort of split, this bit of trim that sits at the mid part of the boot lid here, looking beautiful. And then obviously your Autobiography badging down here, just to let you know that this is the range topping model. Power tailgate, again, everything you would expect for a Land Rover. Parcel shelf is there, and then under the boot floor you've got your spare wheel. Everything exactly as you'd imagine. all in beautiful condition. All your jacks and your tools and everything is present with this car, being a one owner example, covering such low mileage for a car of this age, 27,500 miles. It's just in absolutely fabulous condition. Reversing camera there, as you see, as the boot comes back down. And being the 4.4 V8, you get the two twin exhaust pipes at the bottom there. And that nicely brings me to the park sensors. It's got front and rear park sensors. You can see them integrated nicely into the rear bumper there. We'll come around the driver's side and you can have a look. This car is fitted with the full glass panoramic roof. And you can see as you jump in, you can see the deployable side steps have come out again on my side. So a lovely thing. If you are slightly shorter, a really wonderful thing with these cars, they're a big car, so a really lovely option to have the side step to get you in. And then what I will do is I will fire it up and I'll bring this door a little closer to me, and hopefully that won't inhibit the cameraman's angles too much, just so I can show you some more features. Again, this beautiful engine turn trim, which I think is one of my favorite trims in a Range Rover, this and piano black for me. Lovely, beautiful trim, showing you here with your memory functions for the driver's seat. Obviously all full electric windows. You've got a very clever child lock system there, where it's just a touch of a button rather than having to adjust all the doors. Land Rover have really thought of that. Electric mirrors, heated, adjustable and folding. And then if we come into the car, sorry, we'll take you back a second, I missed. This car has got the highest end stereo that you can have in a Range Rover Sport. So this is the Meridian reference stereo, which you can see there. And if you bring in to the car, up here you'll see the car has speakers here, which is above the driver's cockpit in both driver and passenger side. It has speakers in the passenger's rear sort of roof compartment, and it has passenger speakers. It has speakers in the roof and the back in the boot. Sorry, so many speakers, I can't get my words out. Basically, the most expensive, highest end stereo that you could have on a Range Rover Sport in 2015. I believe at time of order, these used to be around the £5,000 mark to option that from new. So a really, really nice feature. I'll bring you to the controls here. Now, being an Autobiography, as opposed to a standard Sport or an SE or a HSE, everything is leather, and it's actual real leather. So the center of the steering wheel here is trimmed in leather, as opposed to a standard HSE. This is plastic. The upper trim of the dashboard is in a much nicer leather. So rather than that vacuum pack leather that you get, which I think is man-made in the HSE and the SE, you get full leather to the top dashboard and over the binnacle, over the dashboard binnacle here as well. A really, really luxurious place to be. And again, another key difference, the whole of the headlining in this car is Alcantara or suede, however you want to call it. Now, again, very different. That's a very different headlining to the standard Morzine sort of cloth headlining that you get in a standard SE or HSE. Now, back to the controls, back to the functionality. You've got this amazing steering wheel that we discussed earlier. Heated steering wheel, of course, as you can see here. Adaptive cruise control on this side of the steering wheel, so that's another lovely feature of it being an Autobiography, so you can adjust the gap between you and the car in front with these controls either side, set your speed, so on and so forth. Now, you've got all of the Land Rover infotainment system here, that big reverse camera with the guidelines, everything that you would imagine you would get with a car like this. You've obviously got Bluetooth. You've got Bluetooth audio streaming as well, so it's got all of the modern tech still that you need. The inbuilt sat nav as well, so if I go in here, you'll see the navigation screen will come up with the big map and everything, so that all works. It's all functioning perfectly. Obviously, dual zone climate control, heated seats. I believe in this car, being an Autobiography, yes, I'm right, you get full heated seats, and if I press off and go all the way, you've also got full cooled ventilated seats in the front as well. And again, being an Autobiography, you have the ability to control the heated seats in the rear from the front, which I think is fabulous as well. You should also get a digital TV tuner in an Autobiography, which I believe you do. If you bear with me a second, just to confirm. Maybe not. If I go source, let's have a look. No, I do apologise, I am incorrect. This one does not have it. I thought it was standard, it obviously is not, and I do apologise, this one doesn't have it. Now, it does have some other nice features though. It has got a fridge. So you've got your full fridge in here, under here, you've got your cooler under there. You've got loads of USB ports and an aux port for charging and inputs. You've got the famous Land Rover all-wheel drive system here that allows you to adjust your drive modes, and you can see that they can all be adjusted in the dashboard in front of me, and if you just push it down, you get the auto mode. Cup holders everywhere, loads of storage, these amazing armrests here. I mean, it is a pure luxury SUV. Being the Sport, obviously you get that dynamic driving mode, you get that adjustable suspension to make it drive a bit more taut, but realistically, an amazing place to be. Beautiful luxury. No one really does it better than Land Rover. You know, double glazed windows for noise insulation. It is the standard that all other car manufacturers sort of aspire to get to with their SUVs, the benchmark. Now, just to recap, one owner from new, full Land Rover main dealer service history in this beautiful color scheme of Aruba with the full black pack, 27,500 miles, absolutely beautiful throughout. I mean, a really well cared for car. I've not seen a better one of this age in this sort of condition. My name's Matthew. I hope the video's helped, and thank you very much for watching.